Well, look at this. We got my diesel Cub in the shop. And in case you didn't watch any of the other videos about it, the creeper gear is busted and I need a new clutch, so the engine has to come out. So, among other things, I'm going to whittle away. I've already started to, but I'm going to keep whittling away at all the wires and whatnot. And then we'll do a time lapse of yanking the engine out. Sweet. So, yeah, just got to do throttle linkage, shut down cable, glow plug wire. Already hooked the fan temp sensor. Already unhooked both the coolant hoses, which I got to pull the radiator out separately if I don't want to unhook the grill or remove the grill and the hood, which I don't want to do. Unhook the wires over here off the starter. Oil pressure and water temp gauge got unhooked, and then just a couple bolts and clamps, and out she goes. So yeah, all right, time lapse, go. Well, shit, I set the camera up to do time lapse. I pressed record, and when I went back to it, it said 0 minutes and 0 minutes and 0 seconds. And sure as shit, it didn't record a damn thing. Well, so much for a cool time lapse, huh? But anyway, the engine's out. So before it ends up tipping over, which is my luck, let's drop it down just a skosh. Oops, not quite that far. Oh, it's peeing. So now we got to get to work on, well, I'm going to remove this because the hopes of this getting hydraulics are gone. It's getting new clutch, creeper gear eliminated, and a spring assist. So anyway, guys, I'm going to keep working, and you'll see more progress in the next clip right here. Well, I pulled the tunnel cover off here. And like, seriously, this is like 2 minutes after I stopped recording. And something's missing there. You know, like the roll pin. So maybe, just maybe, the creeper gear is fine. Okay, which is good. And I'm still gonna take it off. So yeah. Because I just don't have a need for a creeper gear on this. It has no PTO capabilities because of how close the flywheel is to the radiator. So, and the only thing you'd use the creeper gear for is tailing and snowblowing. And since that can do neither, we're gonna remove it. So, I'm gonna remove the flywheel here. Let me set you up in a better position. Okay, so let's remove the that son of a gun thinger right there in the middle of the camera, known as the clutch. There's the word. And look at things here. See if we can MacGyver this out of here. Something is, oh, you dipshit. You gotta unhook the clutch underneath. There, now it'll come out easier. Oh, look at that. So yeah, the roll pin just frigged off, and for good reason. Look how friggin' wallered out that is. Hopefully that means that the, hopefully that means, or doesn't mean that this is fucked. Oh no, it just snapped off in there. So I think, I forget which, okay, this is in first gear. Oh hell yeah, look at that, creeper gear fine, woo! But yeah, we're still gonna remove it because I have no need for a creeper gear. All right, guys, stay tuned. Alrighty. All right. Now the next day. And I got everything ripped apart here. And these are the pressure plates off the parts tractor that I took the longer drive shaft out of. No goot. So I was thinking, okay, I'll have those turned down. But I don't want to use these because these appear to be bent, which, judging by some witness marks on there, is no surprise. Because you could sit there and watch when it was running, they'd wobble. But then I remembered, hey, when you bought the creeper gear, it was out of a 126 and came with the clutch, and the drive shaft was too short, so that's a whole nother drive shaft that I had to buy separately. And lo and behold, much more gooder. So I'm just gonna touch these up just with some sandpaper real quick and do it so they stay flat. And then we're gonna put the our new parts, whoops, like new teaser spring, one that's not broke, like that one. Put it all back together with our new parts and install it in the tractor. And then when I go to stick the engine in, we'll try another time lapse, and hopefully this time the old freaking GoPro there decides to record when I press record. But anyway, guys, let me get this crap stuck back together and get her done. Oh yeah. Instead of taking that clutch all apart and using all that, I just, where it was wore down from riding against the bearing, I touched it up with some weld and ground her down flat, and well, not flat to the curvature it's already there, and she's good to go. Anyway, guys, stay tuned, we'll get working on her. All new. So we're ready to hook onto this pig here, jack her up, shove her in there, and we'll call her a day. But yeah, let's set the camera up, shove this engine in, and we'll take her from there. Well, because I'm a special kind of stupid, I got the engine in and then realized I never changed the belt like I wanted to. For frig's sakes. Back out this engine comes. Okay, engine back out with new belt. It actually is slightly longer, but at this point it's all I got and I don't care. There's still some adjustment left, so it'll be fine. Now I excluded the time lapse of putting it in the first time because, well, it was just a feat. So here's a time lapse of putting it in the second time. Oh. Okay, so you watched me struggle there to do all that. Imagine that was pretty comical. So engine's in and bolted in, radiator's in and bolted in. Just gotta hook up fuel lines, coolant lines, tighten that, clamp down. Oh yeah, air filter's back on. Hook up the wires, throttle linkage and shut off cable and all that. And we'll frickin' have us a Cub Cadet with a new clutch. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it comes loose. Oh yeah, sweet. All right guys, I'm gonna finish putting this son of a gun back together and we'll take it for a drive, probably not too long from now. Awesome. Okay, everything I believe is back together here. Let's just do a fan check here. Lights work, backlight works, glow plugs are working. Oh, there, the gauge was stuck, but the glow plugs are working. See if the fan will work. Yep, fan works. Awesome. So, whoop, did I get that plugged in right? Yeah, I did. We're gonna crank her up here, and hopefully the new clutch isn't noisy. Uh-oh. Adjust the throttle. Wow! That's a lot quieter. Okay, the gauge is kind of wonky. Just sitting there running, it's not nearly as loud. It used to be obnoxious just sitting there with the clutch engaged, but even that's not too bad. Huh. Okay, whoops. Okay, so we'll have to apparently wear the clutch in. Hold on here. Okay. We'll get it. Run this for a little bit and then take her for a test drive. All right, so I only had one small issue, and you guys kind of saw it, where when you push the clutch in, it wouldn't really release and the drive shaft would keep spinning. And that's actually because I don't know if you could tell from the time lapse, I was fighting to get the bolts in, and I discovered that there's a gap between the clutch driver and the bushing on the front pressure plate. Well, with the 7/16 bolts that I originally had holding the engine in, those two were touching and had some pressure against each other, so it didn't matter if you push the clutch in or not, the drive shaft would still want to keep spinning. So I took the 5/16 bolts out, or 7/16 bolts out, put 3/8 in, snugged them, slid the engine forward a little bit, and then tightened them down, and now when you push the clutch in, of course it spins nice and free. But we'll fire it up here. Look at that, hold still. Now the clutch is still kind of noisy, but I guess that's just the nature of a Cub Cadet clutch. But what I like is the fact that you can ease the clutch out. And I'll show you here. Before, in third gear was the only one you could ease the clutch out in. Watch this. Oh, look at that, nice and smooth. Second gear. Oh, nice and smooth. And of course, third gear. Nice and smooth, except when you let your foot off too quick. But the problem with that, of course, is because I said the pressure plates were bent. But now we got nice straight clean ones in there, a new friction disc, new teaser spring, new pressure spring, everything's mint. Anyway guys, I still got some work to do this before plow day, but I'll spare you all those little fun, silly details. We got the major work out of the way, so yeah, there's another video for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you so much for watching, and until the next time guys, keep on shooting. Woo!